So hi all, welcome to this another video lecture. In this video we will see another problem by LeetCode, that is find product recommendation pairs. That is problem number 3521, which is a medium type problem. In this problem we have a table known as product purchases, in which the user ID and the product ID is the unique key for this particular table, and each row represents a purchase of a product by a user in specific quantity. Now there is another table which we call as product info, in which the product ID is the primary key for this table. So obviously we can connect both of these tables using the product ID, right? And what we can go ahead and do that we can apply a left join in this particular case, okay, which we will see. So Amazon wants to implement the customers who bought this also bought feature based on co-purchase patterns. Write a solution to identify distinct product pairs frequently purchased together by the same customer, where product 1 underscore ID is less than product 2 underscore ID. And for each product pair, determine how many customers purchase both products. Okay. So, and a product pair is considered for recommendation if at least 3 different customers have purchased both products. We need to return the table ordered by the customer count in descending order, and in case of a tie, by product ID in ascending order, and then by product 2 underscore ID in ascending order. Okay, so what exactly it is trying to say, right? If you look at the product purchases table, right, here we have the user ID and here we have the product ID. So user number 1 purchased this particular product, user number 1 also purchased 102 product, right? So in this particular case we need to find out the pair of the product IDs, right? Not just one product but the pair of product IDs which have been bought by at least 3 customers. Okay, so if you look at this particular output, right, 101, 102 have been bought by at least 3 customers, right? So and we need to also provide the customer count as well, that how many customers have purchased this particular pair, right? That's just the count, and it has to be at least 3. So we need to find such pairs, right? So how we are going to go ahead and approach this problem, correct? So in this particular case, right, where we have a single column and we have to find what we say, where we have to go ahead and find the pairs, right? In such cases we can go ahead and we can apply self join, right? Because we need to go ahead and we need to find all the possible pairs, right? Not just the next possible pair. If we need to find the next possible pair, then we could use the lead function, right? But here we have to go ahead and we have to find all the possible pair. That means 101, 103 could also be a possibility, or in anywhere in the middle it could be a possibility, right? So all such pairs we need to consider. So self join is the best option in this particular case, right? So if I go ahead and if I write select p1 dot product ID, comma, and let us alias this as product 1 underscore ID, comma, p2 dot product 2 underscore ID as, sorry, not product 2, product underscore ID as product 2 underscore ID, correct? From, I will say, product purchases as p1, inner join, right, inner join product purchases as p2, right, on p1 dot user underscore id is equals to p2 dot user underscore id, right? And also we need to go ahead and say, because there is one more condition, right, where product 1 underscore id is less than product 2 underscore id, correct? So let me just copy this and let me paste it here, correct? And this will be p1 dot product underscore id is less than p2 dot, this will be p1 dot product id and this will be p2 dot product id, right? So if I run this one, right, what will happen? I will get all the possible pairs which satisfy this condition. Obviously user id has to be mapped, and this also, and this condition has got to be satisfied, right? So you see I got all the possible product ids, right? Product 2 id is greater than product 1 id, that is mentioned over here, correct? And we got all these possible pairs. Now our task has become pretty simple. What we have to do, we just have to go ahead and find the possible pairs, right? But before finding the possible, like the count of possible pairs, we also need to go ahead and find this product 1 category and product 2 category as well, right? And so what kind of join we will apply, right? So since it is coming from this table, right, and this is the larger table, so we can go ahead and we can apply the left join in this particular case, right? So let us go ahead and let us use the left join. Okay, that would be much better. So let me go ahead and let me store this in a temporary table. So I will say tmp as basically a cte. Okay, and now what we are going to do, we are just going to say select t dot product 1 underscore id comma t dot product 2 underscore id, correct? And I will say p dot category as product 1 underscore category, because this is what product 1 underscore category it is aliased as, right? And I will say from temp as t left join, right, left join product info, because I need to get it from this table, product info table, as p on t dot product 1 underscore id equals to p dot product underscore id, right? If I go ahead and if I do this, what will happen? I will get for product 1 underscore id, right? For product 1 underscore id, I will get all the mappings, correct? See, for product 1 underscore category id, I got all the mappings. So 101 is electronics, 102 is books. So I got all of them, correct? Next, what I'm going to do, I'm going to do the same thing for product 2 underscore id, right? So let me just say comma, and I will store this temp2 as this. And over here, I'm going to create my temp3 because it's going to be similar. And here I'm going to say select t dot product 1 underscore id t dot product 2 underscore id. Then I'm going to say t dot product 1 underscore category, right? I'm pulling out this particular table, comma p dot category as product 2 underscore category, correct? And I will say from temp 2 as t, correct, left join, and here it will be product info as p on t dot product 2 underscore id, which is equals to p dot product sorry about that, product underscore id, correct? So if I go ahead and if I will execute this one, I will get the product 2 category as well, right? But now what we want, we also want the count, right? So let us go ahead and let us calculate the count, but we want the count on basis of what? Either you can go ahead and you can say give me the count on basis of product 1, product 2, product 1 underscore id, product 2 underscore id, or product 1 underscore category, comma product 2 underscore category. Both are fine. So I will be picking product 1 underscore id and product 2 underscore id as my columns, on basis of which I will be grouping it, right? So I will say select everything, because I need everything from this table. I need the count for everything, and when I say everything over here, I mean I will have to specify how I will group it, right? So on that basis only it will go ahead and it will fetch me the count. So count of this as I will say customer count, okay, from temp3, and then I'm going to group it by product 1 underscore id and comma product 2 underscore id, and then I will say having count of everything greater than equal to 3, and then I will have to go ahead and also order it by right? I have to go ahead and order it by the customer count in descending order. So I will say customer underscore count DSC descending, then product 1 underscore ID ascending, and then product 2 underscore ID ascending. So once I go ahead and once I run this, it will run successfully. Okay, it is saying what it is saying. Order. Okay, sorry, I've said order only. Okay, now let me run this. It has accepted. Let us submit. Okay, so as you can see, it beats 93.75%. It runs with 542 milliseconds. So this is a pretty efficient solution. Okay, so if you want, you can also reduce this in fewer lines of code without using temp2 and temp3. You can go ahead and combine this in within one query as well. But for the sake of making you understand in a very simple manner, this is a simplistic way how you can go ahead and understand this particular problem. I choose to go ahead and solve it in this way. So I hope I have been able to give you clarity on this particular problem. If you really enjoyed this session, then please don't forget to like, share and subscribe my channel, and please don't forget to press the bell icon for notification. Thank you.